Sony is once again developing a Spider-Man spin-off film that nobody asked for. With Sony's laundry list of planned Spider-Man films, including characters to the likes of Black Cat, Nightwatch, and everyone's favorite Jackpot, earlier news this week broken from Collider announced that the writers of the currently filming Morbius movie were signed on to write a Madam Web film. Yes, Madam Web, who sits in her chair all day long doing nothing, is getting her own film. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the character of Madam Web, her most popular appearances have been in Spider-Man the Animated Series, voiced by Stan Lee's wife Joan, and the video game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. You can sort of view her as one of the more powerful characters of the Marvel Universe, as the most popular interpretations have given her the ability to move through time and space just by sitting in a chair, which happens to be her life support system. And her two most popular interpretations that I mentioned both involve her forming a team of Spider-Men across from different realities for the greater good, which gave me an idea. With this film set into development and the popularity of the multiverse Spider-Man stories as of late, what if Sony and Marvel are planning on setting up a live-action Spider-Verse from this film? Throughout recent media, the idea of a multiverse of Spider-Man characters has been pushed heavily with events like Spider-Geddon, Into the Spider-Verse, the separate Venomverse from the MCU, and the mention of the multiverse in Spider-Man Far From Home. And earlier this week, when it was announced that Spider-Man would be returning to the MCU for a third film, Kevin Feige said something along the lines of Spider-Man is the only hero with the ability to travel cinematic universes. So with the inclusion of Madam Web in the Spider-Man cinematic universe, this is a perfect way to incorporate all live-action Spider-Man franchises together in order to lead up to a big event that'll get viewers in the seats for a movie about a character that the public really isn't familiar with. With Madam Web's inclusion, you could loosely adapt Shattered Dimensions, but not with the Spider-Man scene in game, but with Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and maybe Tom Hardy's Venom. Honestly, I feel like setting up the Spider-Verse is the only way a good Madam Web film can be done, considering her most popular interpretations involve her assembling a team of Spider-Men. And out of all the multiverse Spider-Man stories that we've seen throughout the last few years, a live-action Spider-Verse film involving all three Spider-Man actors is the one fans want the most, which just makes too much sense to not set up in this planned Madam Web film. I do know the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon made her sort of a Spider-Woman type character, but honestly, I feel like that wouldn't be the right move since we have characters like Spider-Gwen who could fit that criteria. So let me know what you guys think. Should Sony set up a live-action Spider-Verse with this planned Madam Web film, or do you think there should be another story adapted with this film? And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, and I will see you guys again in my next video.